What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Well, it is now a new year. It's 2026. And how did the last year go? This video is going to be about my whole year in 2025, how it all went. Kind of a talk you through of what things happened, I guess, that I probably didn't have on camera. If you're new, my name's Matt. I own a laser engraving company, printing and embroidering. All the links for all the machines I use and such are down below if you want to take a look at them. Last year, I opened my mouth and I said I was going to go for $1 million in gross sales. I didn't hit it. So if you want to ask that right away or know about it, I did not hit my goal, and I'm fine with it. I have learned that one-man team, that it's really hard. So I didn't do bad at all. I will say that. I won't get into too many numbers yet. I have to do taxes and go through that first. But it was a very interesting year. So I ended up hiring someone part-time, and then they went for summer, and then they went back to work, and then I had hired someone for the winter, and I get them still for a couple months into this year. Wow, is that a game changer? That has allowed me to really loosen up things around here and let them just run it, and I can go and get more sales. And I've been bidding a lot more on stuff, sending out quotes. I've been sending out invoices non-stop, answering emails, taking on a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have normally. So it's been game changer, and it's been so helpful. Sorry about that. Probably noticed. Different clip. I had a phone call. More business. So back to what I was saying last year. So I hired those people, and it's been amazing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't, I had it in the comments, don't hire one, don't stretch yourself out. I want to keep growing, and I'm going to keep growing, and I'm going to document as much as I possibly can. I just got done talking to the guy that works with me today, and he is very much cool with me wearing the GoPro throughout this area, and there will be little clips with him in it. He won't be talking or anything. I'll make sure that it's just me talking. He doesn't want to be the star of the show, I guess. So, but he'll be out here, and I'm going to wear it as I'm doing stuff, and we're working through stuff. So you're still going to see the day-to-day, because like today, we knocked out a ton of orders. I had him running the bolt over there in the corner with the tumblers, and then he was also running this machine, the double head, with the hats, and then I was doing the custom hats on the 10 needle, which you're on right now, and then I had the 15 needle running with sweatshirts. So a lot of stuff going through, and Monday, I'm going to start, we have a bunch of stuff to DTF, and we have a bunch of stuff to embroider still. So I think we still have 8 tumblers left. I don't work Fridays. I try not to work weekends. That's my time with my family, and I'll try to do that all the time. I've done my years, I've done my time, you could say, of running and burning the candle on both ends, and I'm not going to do that no more. My kids are now old enough to know and remember Dad's working, so I will not do that. So family time is more important to me, and I like to always say it's God, family, and then work. And that's how everyone should be living. So if you do that, you're going to be successful no matter what. With that whole year gone, looking back, I am so glad I hired the people part-time. I definitely could take on someone full-time right now. I think it'll push me even more to get more business, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. The DTF printer, DTG printer, I have everything done. The new head came in. It literally is sitting there to be put together. So that's on the list for next week also. So what I like to do is I sit down, make a huge list, and I just try to work through the checklist and work through to get everything done on that list. So that's what I try to do to stay ahead of everything. Otherwise, it gets just to be a cluster. And then to throw a wrench in the thing, Etsy really has picked up. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're getting a lot of sales on Etsy now, so that's good. It definitely pays for the guy's wage, so that's a plus. But I'm doing them in the evening. I'll do some in the morning, but I do a lot of them in the evening, and Sarah comes out and helps me. So it's too hard for me to do Etsy orders with him working in here, running these machines, and I'm trying to keep these machines running with him so we can have a good pace and a good turnout. And if I don't do that, then I start doing the Etsy stuff, it's too much, because then I'm pulling stuff out, and we might be using one of the lasers for like a table, or you know, it's always something. So trying to learn our groove and keep moving. We are looking for a house that has land that we can build a shop, or has a shop on it. In my area, unfortunately, is really expensive, so that's not like, we're not finding nothing that would suit our needs yet. We haven't yet to make the jump, but I am gonna be going down to the county and seeing if I can build a shed that would be double the size of this shop over on the side of my house. There's some things that happen and some restrictions that have lifted in the area and stuff, so I want to see what they say and what they'll do. So I think I'm gonna go down there and see if they'll let me do that, and if that's a possibility, well, then I'll stay here for a couple more years, or maybe the rest of my life. But probably not the rest of my life, because I want to, like I said, I want to grow my business, so I'll probably outgrow that space too. But when that time comes, I'll be on to something big and better. If you are starting out and you're like, man, I really want to get to where he is, trust me, I started out where you were. You can do it. You have to want to, you have to fight, and you have to keep pushing. You're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. And trust me, those downs are going to question you every which way, and it's going to suck. I am telling you, push through it, keep moving forward. Don't worry about it. You're going to have naysayers. I've had people tell me to my face and my wife's face that we were going to go bankrupt after the first year or second year of owning our business. It'll never work. It'll never amount to anything. And I don't think he's right. Look around. I mean, what do you guys think? Yep. I don't think that person's right at all. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I think I'm fine. Yeah. Now I'm looking around. I'm fine. We had a dozen people say that, and it is what it is. People can say what they want, and you got to look at it as they're just trying to keep you at the level they're at. They want you to succeed, but not to the point where you're going to leave them. So that's how I look at it, is they love me. They just don't want me to leave their little group or circle or whatever it is. But life changes all the time, and you have people that come in your so-called circle and people that leave. And then some people come back and some people don't. It's just how it is. Don't listen to the negative naysayers, and it just kind of be humble and keep it to yourself in front of them people, and don't talk about it. So that's the easiest way I can say that. The other questions I get is the embroidering. Is it hard to learn? No. I would say between the lasers and, well, the lasers, if you're going to do embroidering and not do the programming, no, it's not hard to learn. If you're going to do, now you're talking lasers with the programming and embroidering with the programming, well, now embroidering's harder. The programming is difficult, but there's people out there you can pay and they'll do the logos. So if you have a job to do with like 20 hats or 20 shirts, and you have a digitizer that charges you 20 bucks, let's say, you just charge, it's a one-time fee, because you're going to keep using that logo over and over. So you just tell your customer it's a one-time fee, and you just charge them the $20. It's not the end of the world, and everyone jumps on it. So that works out fine. Lasers, you know, if you're new and starting out, depends on what you want to start with. You have galvos that are extremely fast now. You didn't have that when I first started. So if you're starting out and you're doing stuff that's small, galvo's a way to go, because it's cheaper also. You can do a lot of stuff with them. But if you're going to get into cutting and everything, well, then I recommend Thunder. I love my Thunders. I know there's a ton of other brands. You can choose what you want, your price point, everything else. I've had good luck with Thunders. Now that I'm talking about it, I forgot. I used the last lens on my Thunder, and I got to order another one. I got to remember to do that. But yeah, Thunder lasers been great. I have two of them, and I love them. I really do. They work great. So I have Com Marker. I find is really good for the galvos. It's because you can get everything through Amazon. So you got parts, you got it's all right there. They aren't in the U.S., but they have a facility in the U.S., so they ship out of there and Amazon. So it works out really good. I was actually talking to one of the reps for Smart Stitch, and they now have a place in the US, a building, and they're going to be going out of there, and they're also trying to have it where they can have brain fart here, they can have people go out to work on machines if they're broke and send them there, so that can all be done. So that's a lot of concern for a lot of people getting into it, which I completely understand. You guys are fortunate if all that comes true, because when I started, there was none of that. You were on your own. So it's fine. I like that they're pushing for that, because I think it'll help a lot of people, and it makes people feel more comfortable. Like, I am doing that DTG printer by myself because that company will not help me whatsoever unless they have someone come out here. And just to have someone come out here, they told me it's $2,000. That's no price. That's for them to fly here. So with that being said, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to do it myself. So I completely rebuilt the whole thing, and it was a challenge because you can't buy parts. I did some hoops jumping, and we got the parts. So I met some very kind people on the way, talking about this company and talking with a bunch of other people, and I told them the story, how this all got, and hopefully I can make a video on that when this is running. And I'm just crossing my fingers. I put all that stuff is together, and we start it up, and it's gonna run. I am crossing my fingers for that. If it doesn't, I think I probably will cry. And then I'll probably debate about having them come out and just taking a look at it just to get it up and running, because I've already spent a lot of money into it and I have a lot of time. So fingers are crossed, everything's good. I'll put the new head on and off to races. So with all that being said, you guys, I want to tell you that I appreciate every one of you. I try to answer the comments as fast as I can, as much as I can. It's probably towards the evening. Sometimes in the morning when I'm drinking coffee, I will. And I'm just getting overwhelmed because I have a lot of emails also that I'm getting from people that want help. If you guys want help, if you're still in the video, if you don't know it, I have a Patreon down below. There's a $6 one, there's a $50 one. They have all different types, like hour with me, and we have lives. The one I love to do is 1 a month live, that we sit down and we talk with everyone. You can have it where your camera, I can see you, you can see me, and it's a whole group. Or you can shut your camera off, it's up to you. We do that. I try to help people as much as I can. I have a headset, I talk to people during the day, but I really am glad, because talking to the employer today, when he said that he was okay with me doing it and I can wear the GoPro, that opens up doors, because I really want to stay on top of doing the videos, because I have never had so much emails and comments in my YouTube videos on how much to help them and where they're at today after a couple of years of watching my videos and doing stuff. So I love reading those. I love seeing them. Sarah likes reading them and seeing them. It's heartwarming to me, because that's what I want. Like, I want everyone to be happy. I enjoy what I do so much, and if you're a person sitting in a cubicle and you hate what you're doing and typing on the keyboard, get something else. There's so much out there. You don't even have to do what I'm doing. Just find what you like to do and then make money at it. It's not that hard. You think it is, but it really isn't. Once you start doing it and you look back, you're like, huh, well, now I know what he was talking about. It's rewarding in so many ways. I cannot explain it. So with that, glad you got to see me again. Bye.